Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 2. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play, this is episode 69, and in today's episode we are going to be heading back to the North City to compete in some more one-make races, and today's manufacturer we're going to be competing in some one-make races for is Vauxhall. So for Vauxhall there is only a one-make race, that is the Tigra Cup. For that of course we need a Vauxhall Tigra. And, well, there's only one available. It's the 1.6 injection model, so let's go ahead and buy this thing. It comes in that, which is an awful colour, but it also comes in that blue. And I kind of like that blue, so I'm going to buy it in that blue. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this vehicle quickly, and then I will meet back with you here, and then we'll get into the racing. Okay, so there we go, that is the Vauxhall Tigra upgraded, running about 200 horsepower, unfortunately no turbo upgrades available for this vehicle. Anyways, there's racing for normal style and racing style vehicles. Of course we're going to start with the normal style race first, which of course goes to a random course. Our first race with the Tigra heads to the Rome short course. So yeah, anyways, as you can see there are several different styles of Tigra here, and when I say several different styles, of course I mean different colours. There's apparently everyone really likes my blue. Unfortunately no one turned up in that really horrible sort of cloudy lemonade strange colour that these things come in. Anyways, as you'd expect, it's not particularly quick. It's only got about 200 horsepower. It's based off a Vauxhall Corsa, which means it's on the Corsa platform, which means it's slow. And to add insult to injury, it is also 150 kilograms heavier than a Corsa, or at least it was standard. I've performed some weight reductions to this vehicle. It still understeers like a bitch, but then again, every vehicle I seem to drive on Rome short for some reason turns out to be horrible in one way or another. I don't know why it's this particular track, but it is. Another thing I've noticed is the gear ratios are relatively long. If we get test course, then I guess that's a good thing. Then again, what did we run? Was it DB7? Yeah, we might got test course in DB7. Honestly, I don't even remember at this point. Anyways, let's brake into here nice and early on the brakes, and I still only just about make it around that corner. Yeah, I need to start braking a lot earlier on the corners here at this track. For some reason, though, at Rome, I seem to like to take a lot of speed through the corners and try to be on the brakes as little as possible around Rome, and usually I'm a little bit too short, usually. But then again, I'm going to have to get used to this because, of course, I've got to do the endurance race around here at some point. 2 hours of the Rome circuit. In case you're wondering, I've actually planned out all the vehicles I'm going to use for the endurance races, which is a little bit weird. The one thing I will say about the Rome circuit endurance is the car that I'm planning to use is a prize car. So if I don't get the prize car, I'm going to have to use something else. I've already planned what that something else is though, so don't worry about that too much. But yeah, anyways, we are across the line, and well, the other Tigras were a lot slower because they were running a lot less power. And of course, as we know, power is everything. So we collect our 3,000 credit bonus, and I will see you in a second where we're going to racing modify the Vauxhall. Okay, it's now time to racing modify the Vauxhall Tigra, so let's get into it. Let's head over here, let's click the racing car modification, and well, there is only one racing modification available. You can't change the colour. Interestingly enough, for those of you who play this game in sort of any other version or don't play it in English, this will look a bit strange to you. Yeah, the Tigra, the Opel Tigra has a yellow racing car modification. The Vauxhall Tigra has a blue one. I personally prefer the blue, but for whatever reason they decided to change it depending on which manufacturer you buy it from. Anyways, we head into the next race, which is for racing style vehicles. Once again, it's on a random course. Okay, so we are at the Apricot Hill Speedway for our next race with the Vauxhall Tigra. As you can see, because there's only one colour available and there's only one type of racing modification, everyone else has got the same bloody looking car. I do have to say, actually, I do really like the racing mod on the Vauxhall Tigra. Anyone who has watched my content for any time probably knows that I absolutely despise Vauxhall. But that being said, I mean, the Tigra is sort of one of my more favourites of the Vauxhalls, and to be honest with you, this race mod actually kind of suits it. I like the blue trim. I do prefer the Vauxhall version of this vehicle over the Opel version as far as like the actual race mod's concerned, because as I said, essentially with the Opel you get kind of a version of the Opel Tigra, no sorry, the Vauxhall Tigra ice race car. You essentially just get another version of that, but kind of like a mini version without the cool wide body on it and most of the decals. Well, as the Vauxhall version doesn't really look like a fake ice racer, which is pretty cool. The one thing I have noticed about this is, by the looks of it, at least on the back of that badge, they did actually change the 3D modelling. Oh, sorry, 3D modelling. They changed the badging between the Opel and the Vauxhall. Admittedly, I believe I can actually still see Opel written sort of the, whatchamacallit, the sort of like metal writing underneath the left headlight. That still definitely looks like it reads Opel. However, the actual badge itself looks like a Vauxhall badge, which is interesting, and you can tell sort of the difference between a Vauxhall and an Opel badge. Even with graphics like these, because sort of that one looks like it's black but mostly white inside, and that would indeed be a Vauxhall badge, whereas an Opel's just sort of a Z, and a Z. Englishness, you know, I'm becoming too American, it's not good. Anyways, yeah, you can tell the difference relatively easily. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this race mod. I'm also pretty impressed with this car's handling. On Rome it felt a little bit understeery, but out here at Apricot Hill, where it's got like a little bit more sort of run-off area and so on, it feels much, much nicer. I do think part of what makes this race mod cool as well is those rims. You can actually buy them from the wheel shop in-game. And to be honest with you, that's what I was thinking of buying from the Mercedes, but I couldn't remember where they were, so I just selected Falcon and selected the first reasonably decent pair of alloy wheels I could find. Oh god. I thought I was like sort of run-off area there, and I may have gone a bit too wide there. But yeah, Vauxhall Tigra, pretty cool car, it has to be said, and that's something I usually say about Vauxhalls. Yeah, Tigra is probably one of my more favourite Vauxhalls, because handling by Lotus, I believe. They also worked on the Corsa B, the one of the sportier models, I believe. They tuned the suspension of, as they did with the Tigra. At the end of the day, this came out same time roughly as the Ford Puma. I'd much rather have a Ford Puma over a Vauxhall Tigra, but they're still not bad cars nonetheless. Anyways, as you can see, everyone else came behind me. Because there's no real differentiator in the models or anything, I'm not really too interested in the last leaderboard. Anyways, we get 5,000 credits, fantastic, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, that is the Tigra Cup completed, and that means all the one-mate races for Vauxhall are now complete. In the next episode, I'm going to be heading over to BMW to start their one-mate races, so join me for that. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name's been the Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.